Hi everyone, welcome to Water Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie. You're not neither any of these blokes. This is crazib, Crazy B, crazib, an absolute gentleman. He's on Twitch. He's on YouTube as well, I think. He might be. He should be. He should be a community contributor too, but I don't think he is, but he should be. He's a nice guy. He streams on Twitch, sometimes late at night. Well worth watching. Very entertaining. Very good at the game. And he's featuring in today's episode of Low Tier Hold My Beer. Two for the price of one. You better believe it. Low Tier Hold My Beer is back. It's back. Don't worry. It never went anywhere. 2 Ace Tanker replays in one video. 2 for the price of one. What was the other thing I was going to say? 2 Up Tuesday. 2 for the price of one. You better believe it. Anyway, crazib from Lemon is in the T55A, which is the Tier 9 reward tank. It's a German reward tank, even though it's Russian. It looks Russian. It's a Russian tank, but it's a German tank. It's a tank it's the third reward tank of the first lot of personal missions. So it works like a premium tank without the credit bonus stuff. You can share crews though. You can put your Leopard crew or your E50M crew or whatever German medium tank you've got crew in this tank, the T55A. I've got one. I love it. It looks good. It's got those cool little suitcases on the side. I'm sure they're not suitcases. I'm sure they're something else, but it's a good looking tank. Crazib from Lemon Clan is platooned up with his old mate Candle Saul, I would say, and Jonty Allegro. Jonty's been around for a while too. He's up there on the top of the hill on Melanovka, and he's gonna own this game. Now it's a tier 10 game. 1, 2, 3, 6 tier 10 tanks on each team. The rest are tier 9s. Crazib or Crazy B is one of those tier 9s. Now I know we've done some light tank replays, and you know it doesn't really matter what tier you are when you're a light tank because you can spot and get aces and have really good outcomes on the battles. This is a medium tank one. The other one's going to be a heavy tank one. Not with much armor either. But let's have a look at this one. This is Crazib. Crazib or Crazy B. His friends call him Crazy B. You should be his friend too. Check him out on Twitch. Link down below. T55A has got the 100mm gun. Like a Russian gun. 100mm gun. 320 alpha damage. 330mm of penetration. That's with heat, which is premium in this bad boy. 221 with AP, which is standard. That's a pretty big difference. 109mm. That's about 4 inches. 0-0 the score. Is he on a personal mission? He wants to get a top gun for this mission. And this one, he wants to track people. He might get one mission, he might get both. His low tier, so hold his beer. He's done 308 damage. He's blocked a bit already. He's still got all of his hit points. It looks like he's relocating, doing what mediums like doing. He's also running chocolate there as a premium consumable to help his crew skills be a little bit better, make his everything about the tank a little bit better. His reload time, his aim time, all that kind of stuff. And let's just hope he doesn't get set on fire because he doesn't have a fire extinguisher. But that's what you do. That's what you do. That's the one you would drop out if you were putting food in your third consumable spot. 2-zip the score. Candle Saul's got one of the kills. Crazib's got 600 damage. They're kicking back here, getting ready, just making sure that the enemy team continue to be lit. So if any potential snipers can shoot them, there's no artillery in this game, so they're not going to get artied off that ridge line. But Crazy just getting the odd shot of damage in every now and then. Puts one into the E50. He shot the VK4502B earlier, which is the rear turreted big bad German thing with a lot of armor at the front. But I think he got his cupola, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what it is. The top bit, the bit that he just missed. Anyway, 2-zip the score. 1,580 damage blocked by armor. Shows he knows how to position his tank. So if the enemy is shooting him, he's certainly not getting damaged. He's still full health. 1,750 hit points on this bad boy, which is a bit. I think it's a bit for a tier 9 medium tank. You can see the Jonty Allegro's in the KPZ 50T, which is the ranked battle reward tank. How many hit points has Jonty got on his? 1290. See, I thought 1750 was a bit. Now, I'm not sure if he's running hardening on it. He might be. Oh no, I'll check my garage after the replay. Candle Saul's in the AMX30. And can't see how many hit points he started with because the E100's in the way. But we'll find out in a minute. 1650. Well, that's a little bit more hit points. Anyway, 4-1 the score. Crazib picks up his first kill, sending the IS-4 back to the garage and making the scoreboard look a hell of a lot better. 6-2. 10 minutes left on the clock. He's looking at the Progetto. That'll go through, no problems. Brings his damage up to 1,501. Now that one might be very important. 1,580 damage blocked, and now it's time to get that gun going. His friends are spotting the Progetto for him. He's kicking back here, so he's double bushed. It's not really double bushed. There's only one bush there. But if he can't see through the bush, the enemy can't see him. Unless he's getting spotted from somewhere else, maybe over there. Progetto's down to a one-shot. Crazib's gold would love the kill. Where is he? He's behind something. Is a big rock there or a dead tank? I don't know. There's something. E100 is also in the way, but the E100 probably wants to kill the Progetto as well. 6-2 is the score. Crazib on one kill. 2,391 hit points of damage done so far. 1,580 damage blocked by armor. Down goes the Progetto, killed by the Patton. And unfortunately, the Patton goes down to the JP E100. He would have felt that shot. He would have felt that shot right down to his socks. There's an UDES 16. So Crazib says, well, yes, please. I'll take some more damage if that's okay. Brings his damage up to 2,729. Puts a blind shot in towards where the UDES was last seen, slides down the hill, loses his track in the process, doesn't lose any hit points though, which is good. Slightly miscalculated the angle, but of course, as soon as he got lit, he realised there's a UDES, an Object 907, and a Striv, all last spotted in that magical forest. There's also another Striv at tier 9 that hasn't been lit, and a Leopard PTA. Pretty good chance they might be in there as well. If all of those tanks shot Crazib, then if all of those people shot him, he might be dead. That's why he was getting down pretty quickly. Puts one into the side of the 9-0. Candle Saul picks up the kill. That's 3 kills to the platoon. Brings Crazib's damage up to over 3,000 hit points. And now the Jag has been spotted. The Jag Panzer E100. The one with a big gun. The most penetration in the game, maybe, with its heat round. Not sure, not 100% sure. It's definitely up there. It's definitely up there. Crazib using the undulation of the land, I do like that word, to provide himself with a bit of cover. He is firing. I don't think he's fired any standard bullets yet, so I'm interested to see how the credits situation goes in this game. Puts one into the Striv, takes the Striv down to 884 hit points, brings his damage up to nearly 4k. One more shot of damage will give him 4,000 hit points. Unfortunately, that one didn't go through. But that's okay. The Striv down to 884. He's looking over there. He's got 5 premium rounds left. The Jag Panzer is exposed. There are only bushes there. Puts one into the bottom, brings the damage up to well over 4,000 hit points. Gets spotted again. He knew he'd get spotted because last time he took that position he did. And so he rolls back, makes sure he doesn't give the Jag an opportunity to return fire. The EBR looks like, is the EBR going ham for the Jag, or is he just trying to keep the Jag spotted? The Jag clearly not aiming near Crazib. Now shoots him. That one doesn't go through. 3 premium rounds remain. 4,257 hit points of damage done so far. 1,580 blocked. A little bit of assisted damage. Puts another one into the Jag, and the Fock tidies up the tier 10 German tank destroyer with the big one. The AMX 1390 last spotted over there at G1. The EBR 90 not spotted this game. Very, very unusual for an EBR 90 not to be spotted, but there he is. Clearly the EBR 90 was sitting in that bush maybe for the whole game, just keeping vision on those 4 tanks on Crazib's team, who was still down at the base. The AE Phase 1, the T10 and the Waffle. Now, they're tier 9 tanks that don't say, hold my beer, low tier. They're almost, would just say, giving up, because they're at the back. Blocks a shot from the Striv, and the friendly Object 140 stays behind the Striv now. He's down to his standard rounds now. That'll go through no problems. Clearly focusing on the Striv before worrying too much about the Leopard PTA. Puts one into the Leopard PTA, brings his damage up to over 6,000 hit points. Tell me you can't do much when you're low tier. 6,265 hit points of damage done. 2,000 blocked, 1,500 assisted damage. He's rolling around now looking for those 2 little light tanks. He's only got 12 bullets left. But that's because he's done so much damage. 6,265. What a legend. 2 kills, 3 kills to Candle Saul. Jonty not as lucky. It'll be very interesting to see how the other tier 9 tanks in this game went. The ones that didn't leave the base. Unsure about the AMX 50, 120 and the 1390. They probably died fighting, but the Waffleträger, the T10, the T10 only left the base when there was only 2 light tanks left, and of course the AE Phase 1, who's still back there at the base. Let's have a look at the replay before we move on to our second Ace Tanker Mastery Badge replay in this double shot, this 2-up Tuesday of low tier Hold My Ginger Beer. That was crazib from Lemon Clan. Check him out on Twitch. He's an absolute legend for gameplay just like this and more others. Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, Spotter Medal for the assisted damage that he got. Shellproof for all that block. Did a lot of block damage. Fire for effect. Confederate for shooting more tanks than anybody else did. High caliber for carrying the game. 6,265 hit points of damage. 2 kills, 1376 base experience. He fired 31 shots, 24 hit, 21 penned. He sniped a bit. He blocked nearly 2k and he did nearly 1,500 assisted damage. Nothing wrong with that in a medium tank when you're low tier. Hold My Ginger Beer. The guy that didn't leave the base, sorry mate, that was terrible. 1 Seagold kill. 1390 to be fair, was probably trying to spot. The T10, again, 1 shot of damage, and the Waffenträger. The Waffenträger did a bit, but I can't really say they did too well. Did he make credits? Hell no. He fired all of his premium ammunition, even with a personal reserve running, and paying full price for consumables as well, by the look of it. If you had paid half price for consumables in advance, that would look like that you could take the 6 away from that number. It cost him nearly 70,000 credits after tax. That's with a premium account in a 10-minute game. If you had paid half price for that, then the deficit would have been a little bit less. But then again, he had a personal reserve going. Well worth it if he's trying to mark the tank, though. That's what you've got to do, I guess. He could have probably fired some AP rounds, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He won the game. He carried the game. Had an absolute ripper, and he's an absolute legend. You really should check him out on Twitch. Link down below. Game number 2. 2-up Tuesday. 2 for the price of 1. This is Swizz. Swizz the Casual. Swizz the Casual from Mihi Clan. He's in the Somua SM. Talk about low tier Hold My Beer. This is a tier 10 game. There are 3 tier 10 tanks on each team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tier 9 tanks on each team. And 7 tier 8 tanks. Now, as we join this battle, 2 of the tier 8 tanks have already been killed. The Charioteer, not sure what happened to the Charioteer. Well, one of the dead guys is Swizz's clanmate and platoon mate, Tullo, also from Mihi Clan. And my old mate Jumpy was in this game too. They're dropping like flies at the start. Not sure where they're dying. But one person, either Tullo or the Charioteer, died. The Charioteer is saying he got one-shotted. I'm not sure what happened to Tullo. Maybe he fell in the drink. I'm not too sure. Anyway, 0-4 is the score. Swizz the Casual is not giving up. He's reloading APCR though. Now this is the Somua SM. The Somua SM is it's a tier 8 Russian. It's a French premium tank. It's a 5-shot autoloader. It's great. I love it. I love it in front lines. Good for credit grinding. It looks good. It's pretty cool. I mean, autoloaders are fun anyway. He's loaded the gold because look at the score. 1-4 as the bat check goes down to the shit, but to the FV4215B183, the Death Star. It's a 100mm gun. 300 alpha damage, 263 mil of penetration. That's with premium, which is APCR. Standard is 232 millimeters of penetration. 2-4 is the score. I'm glad I've covered the chat box because the chat is going off. Finds E50. E50 in an interesting position considering his team were winning 4-0. The E50 is still all the way back at base. Yes, it's a tier 10 game, but there are 3 tier 10 tanks on each team. Well, we've lost 1 tier 10 tank. He got one. Looks like he got 1 shot of damage in there. Chat going off. Not happy about the mouse. Anyway, the score's now 2-4. Swizz the Casual saying, I don't care. Low tier. Hold my bit. Swizz the Casual looking at the map. He's dabbed the 2 key. He's got the APCR going. He is shooting against... There's some pretty heavily armoured tanks on the enemy team. Not just the 705, but the 268 can be can bounce shots. The Defender and the Patriot, both at tier 8, they can be at times challenging to get through depending on how they're angled. He gets one in the side of the 268, shoots him again that time. That one didn't go through, even with APCR. But there you go. That one went through for the ammo rack. Pulls back and says, "Hold my beer. We are ready. We're ready." The mouse copping a bit of stick in the chat. Unfortunately, a couple of tanks went down early, but Swizz is getting ready to take his time, use that auto-loading gun, and carry this game. In a tier 10 camp, low tier, holding my beer. Now, this is not an overpowered tank. It's a good tank. It's not an overpowered tank. It hasn't got a ridiculous amount of armor, or it's got a handy gun. But fighting against tier 10s, he's still a tier 8 tank. Now, he's almost... apart from the... well, he's almost the most forward tank on his team. Puts 2 shots into the AMX 50, 5100, kills him. Instead of taking a reload, takes a few shots into... oh, there's Leos was in the Defender a couple of days ago. All these replays that I've been recording today must have been sent in the same session, because we've seen Lihos in the Defender. We saw Jezup and Havez in their tier 8s in their Borsig, as well as the Super Pershing. This is from last week. I'm recording them all on the same day. We'd like to be ahead here at Get On Board Studios and get these replays recorded nice and quickly. Also, we like to tidy up these 112 replays. This is the last replay from 112, depending on when I upload it though. So there might be... I might have spoken too soon for that. It might be the last one. Now, somehow Swizz's team have worked together, and somehow they're ahead. The 268's gone down. There's only 2 tier 10 tanks left on the enemy team. 2 tier 10 tanks left on Swizz's team as well. And it looks like the mouse has finally found the W key. He finds the Patriot. Now, this is the Patriot tank, the one that we were talking about just last week on Airfield. The Patriot, the T56A5. There's a Patriot version which has got that American camo on it, and the normal version which allows you to put... whatever ones you like on there. There's glitter balls. He puts 2 shots into glitter balls in the T30, and that brings his damage up to 4,000. All of a sudden, this is what I like about autoloaders. Yes, he's been hit by the T30, which would have hurt 750 damage straight into the side of his tank. 7-4. Remember it was 0-4? A couple of minutes ago, it was 0-4 at the start of the game. Low tier, hold my beer. Don't give up when you're down, and don't give up if you're low tier. He's now looking at the 705A. He would love to get rid of that tank. The armor penetration indicator is showing that he might pen. He pens the first one, then he pulls back and changes the angle, and that's going to make him harder to get through. 7-5 the score now as the Skoda goes down to the Defender, Lihos. And people asking some... what is going on with this game? 7-5 the score. Swizz on a reload and looking over there towards the east. The mouse is trying to take on the 705A. The 705A, not too sure what's going on with the mouse. He's on some kind of perch. He gets spotted. You would have felt that 583 hit points straight through the front from the 7. The 705A is never going to have any problems penetrating the Somua, even with standard ammunition. Finds a Defender. First shot doesn't land. Second shot misses as well. Third shot's got to go through. No, third shot gets damaged. Oh no! He can penetrate tier 10 for days, but he can't penetrate the tier 8 Defender. Probably says more about the Defender than Swizz. He was angling quite well. The FV 215B 183 gets rid of the Defender, and that brings the score up to 10-5. 2 kills to Swizz. Swizz the casual from Mihi clan. Great bunch over at Mihi, but a few of them. Nice people. And he's on 4,737 hit points of damage. That's a good result, no matter what tier you are. Now, this is a tier 10 game, but Swizz is in a little French auto-loading heavy tank. And he's on 117 hit points, which we know is 116 more than he needs. He gingerly pokes through the forest. He gets spotted. Who's spotting him? Everyone's lit on the enemy team. That's got to be the 705 spotting him. Everyone else, there's rocks between him and everybody else. So it's got to be the 705 that was spotting him. 705 goes down again to the FE 215B 183. Swizz comes up here, and there's a... oh, don't tell me Don't tell me the Object 140's AFK. Shoots him once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. If you had to set him on fire, I would have cried. And that brings his damage up to over 6,000 hit points. Yes, I know. The 140's AFK. You got to take the good with the bad. We've got to take the good with the bad. We lost someone at the start of the game. We lost a few tanks at the start of the game. That was the bad. Now he's taking the good. Rolling around, looking for a little bit more damage on the char. I think the Lancer might clean him up though before Swizz is reloaded. And he does. And that confirms the win with a score of 15-7. After being down 4-zip, low tier, hold my beer, Swizz knows never, ever, ever to give up. That was a great game, Swizz. Thank you very much. There was an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, the farming simulator. That's what you could call it, I guess. Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, Spotter Medal, Bruiser, Demolition Expert for blowing the head off the, I think it was the 268. 5 for effect, of course. Spartan for surviving whilst on low health. Confederate for shooting more tanks than anybody else did. High Caliber for doing the most. Look at that. 6,209 hit points of damage. Nearly 7,000 base experience. He fired 29 shots. 25 hit. 18 went through. He sniped a bit. He blocked a bit. And he spotted nearly 2,500. Not sure what happened with the Baraski. Must have fallen. That's his platoon mate. Must have fallen into the drink. Not too sure, and this guy got one-shotted by the Object 268, which he mentioned at the start. They were the two that died pretty quickly. Unfortunate for me, old mate Jumpy, but what a carry from Swizz the Casual. Did he make credits? He made credits. Yes, it's a premium tank. Yes, it's a premium account. Plenty of boosters running. Battle payments. There'll be a clan booster as well as personal reserves. He still made 168, nearly 169,000 credits. That's after tax with a premium account in that 10-minute game. Clearly running some good boosters there. Might have been a mission or two in there which gave some extra credits, but even firing full gold, or pretty much full gold, I think it was. Looks like he buys his consumables in advance, which is great to see. Love a bargain. Buy them at half price before they go up. If you've liked this video, consider liking and subscribing and getting on board. I'd really appreciate it, Swizz. Thank you for the game in the Somua. Crazy B, crazib from Lemon. Check him out on Twitch as well. I'm on Twitch too. We stream on Twitch from time to time. Link down below, along with all the other stuff. Thanks very much for the replays, lads. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care and see you all next time.